Today I am making something I have always wanted to make. I have always wanted to try that strawberry concentrate recipe in the Ball cookbook. I don't actually have the Ball cookbook, but I have borrowed it from the library and I saw that recipe and I was totally on board with it. So today I'm going to try to make a half batch. I have no idea if I have enough lemons or not. I guess we will find out how much juice we can get out of 7 lemons. Welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Kathryn, the Aerogarden Homesteader. I like to try out new things, learn new skills, and today we are learning how to make strawberry concentrate. And if I can get enough lemons, I will probably try making a variation on that as well. So stay tuned and let's see what we make. So I need at least 2 cups of lemon juice. Let's see if we can get that. This could take a little while, but I want to get everything I can out of it. I would use a lemon squeezer, but apparently the one I bought was a lime squeezer, and my lemons don't fit in it very well. So we are going to just do this by hand. I do have a juicer, but I don't think it works with lemons. I think it's like a fruit juicer. I got it free. I have no idea how it works I don't use it. I used it to do tomato sauce once, which was actually not a bad day, but what a mess. Oh my gosh. So I'm actually thinking of getting rid of it because it's taking up a lot of space, and space is kind of at a premium. I've got more things that I would rather have in my kitchen than a juicer I don't use. I will give it the benefit of the doubt. I will keep it for one more season, and if at that point it doesn't work out, then I will just find a new home for it. I don't think I will have any problems. Okay, well these are a lot juicier than I thought they would be, so hopefully I can get enough juice. I believe I need 2 cups. And now that I've jinxed myself, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Well, maybe we will just do a quarter batch. I can get 1 cup of lemon juice, maybe we can just do a quarter batch. I will not be canning this, so even though the point is to can it and put it in your pantry and have it for later, it's summer. I'm just going to enjoy it now, make sure I like it, and if I do, I can always save strawberries for later, because lemons aren't really in season in the summer. So I will hold out, but we'll see. See how good everything is. Might be one of those things that we just keep making it as needed, and then can it up in the winter. I don't like doing a lot of canning in the summer because it really heats up the house, and then it's really hard to cool it off at night. Then it's uncomfortable to sleep. Okay, well I've got 1 cup now, so let's see how much we can get out of these 3 more halves. I did have a few seeds escape, so I will have to fish those out. Pulp probably wouldn't be a bad thing to have in there. It'll give it extra flavor. And just because I didn't save the zest doesn't mean you can't do that. So the zest can be used for other things. It can also be kept in the freezer. I have successfully kept lime zest and lime juice in the freezer. And that was how I made salsas over the winter. Sometimes I could get tomatoes, but I couldn't always get, the lemons or the limes. Okay, we're getting there. Oh my goodness. I definitely need a better setup. This is not good. Okay, I did lose a little on the counter, but not too bad. I don't think that would have made a difference. So I've got 1.25 cups. So maybe we will just do a quarter batch. That way I won't need quite as many strawberries. Do a quick cleanup and fish out some seeds. Alright, let's find some seeds. Hopefully they all float. Probably not. It would probably be safer to just get a strainer. They don't float. That one does. Yes, I will track down a strainer. That is probably the safer way to go so we don't ingest seeds. Okay, so the full recipe calls for 6 cups of sugar, so I had to reduce that, 4 cups of lemon juice, which I was going to make a half batch, so I would have needed 2, but I've got like a cup and a quarter, so I reduced the sugar. So we are now doing a quarter batch, which means I've got about a cup and a half of sugar. It's slightly more than a cup and a half because I got slightly more than a cup and a quarter of juice. And then I'm supposed to do 6 cups of berries. Now it's my understanding that I would have needed 3 cups, so I probably need less than that. Probably like a cup and almost 2 cups. So I got these frozen ones. I guess we will just wing it. So it says that a 1 pound package is approximately 2 3/4 cups sliced or 3 3/4 cups whole. So I don't know which measurement. It just says hulled strawberries. So we will go with, I don't know, 2/3 of the bag, I guess. I will chop this all up. It says to chop until smooth. So, boy, it's not very much. You get a measuring cup. I'm just going to aim for 2 cups. Because you know what? Extra berries, not going to hurt. I'm not canning it, so it doesn't matter if my proportions are off a little bit. How do you measure chunky things? Okay, well, I'm going with that. So it says puree until smooth. This could take a little while. My blender kind of sucks. Oops. But I will just mute this and come back to it. I might have to add some of the lemon juice just to help loosen it up because it is frozen. Yep, definitely have to add some of the lemon juice. So let's make sure we don't get any seeds. I think I am just making strawberry ice cream. Might be worth thawing next time. Okay, I guess that was the only seed. That better work. My blender sucks. Just say you can use a food processor, but if you have watched any of my videos and you see how small my food processor is, that was not an option. Well, the point is to get it smooth, and I think it's smooth. So we will move over to the sugar, and I'm supposed to bring this to a simmer so we can get all this out. And I can turn that on. There we go. Okay, well, hopefully I got it all out. I might give it a tiny swish of water. Looks like maybe 2 tablespoons, if even. Tablespoon and a half of water. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it was really specific in not bringing it to a boil. It says to bring it up to 190, stirring occasionally, not to boil, and then let that go for a couple minutes. It's probably just to dissolve the sugar. I don't even know if you're supposed to let it go a couple minutes. It just says heat to 190, remove from heat and skim foam. Okay, well, let's see what happens. I will zip through this because I'm sure this is going to be real fun to watch. I will let you know how all of this turns out, and then we can try the variation. I will obviously need more lemons, but let's see how that goes. Alright, there we go. We are at 190. So, technically, if you wanted to can this, you need to put it in hot jars and process it for 15 minutes. This is water bath canning. I don't know if there's an altitude adjustment to that, so you'd have to check for your elevation if you're above 1,000 feet. There could be a correction to that. Otherwise, I am going to let this cool for a little bit because I will be putting it in a jar and just putting it in the fridge, and I will be testing this out later. So I will bring you along for testing this out later so you can see how it looks. Plus, I want to know how it tastes. On top of that, stay tuned. I will be working on a variation, and I will show you how that comes together, as well as how that looks and tastes. And now, let's make some variations. I'm actually kind of excited about this one. So I was searching around for the official ball recipe for the strawberry lemonade that I had seen previously, and I accidentally found, like, it's not a ball recipe, but it does look like a copy and paste version of it. I found a strawberry kiwi lemonade concentrate. So I'm like, oh, I wonder how that is. Of course, you know, that piqued my husband's interest because he loves strawberry kiwi. So we're going to give 2 variations a try. This one is, I don't believe it is an official canning recipe, even though it has canning instructions in it. So take it or leave it as you will. I am doing this as a fresh recipe because we want to try it and see how it goes. After that, I was going to make a strawberry kiwi concentrate. Just strawberry kiwi, no lemon juice or anything. So that one, I will actually make more of it. I don't know if it matters if my strawberries are white. But I will actually be able to make more of the strawberry kiwi concentrate because I'm not limited by the amount of lemon juice I have. I squeezed up my lemon juice already. I figured you didn't need to see me struggle through that again. But, just so you know, 7 lemons have fairly consistently given me a cup of lemon juice. It's slightly more, but I'm just going to treat it as a cup this time because it's a little less than the quarter, so I am just going to treat it as a cup. So I should require a cup and a half of fruit, which means I need 3/4 of a cup of strawberries, which it's really hard to tell, and 3/4 of a cup of kiwis. I'm just going to try to make it even. It's probably like, what was that? 5 strawberries, and we're going to do 1 kiwi and see how close we get. And then the next recipe, I will actually do a complete half batch. So it will be 1.5 cups of each fruit to make a 3-cup total, with the sugar being 3 cups as well. So let's move on. Now these are, because I'm making them sort of for fresh, I'm putting them in the fridge as a fresh juice. It doesn't matter what my sugar to fruit ratio is or any of that stuff because I'm not canning it. It does not need to be safe. But if you're doing these for canning, which I will eventually do, if these turn out really well, I will try to figure out if I can can them up. The strawberry lemonade is an official canning recipe. Strawberry kiwi lemonade is not an official recipe, and I want to look into that further because just because someone says they have canned it doesn't mean it was safe or it's a good recipe. So I will have to look into that one a little bit further before I trust it. And then the one that's just the strawberry kiwi concentrate, that is, I'm just making that up, so that might not be cannable at all. But we will see. I like to try to be safe more than anything. So it's not worth putting it on my shelf if it's going to go bad or, you know, make us sick. We will just stick with the official ones. The other option is we could always freeze up the kiwi and add it later, just puree it into the strawberry lemon concentrate. That would probably be a really good way to go as well. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put in 1 more strawberry just to kind of bring it up because, you know, I guess it doesn't matter. I could just put in half of a kiwi. Because I'm making another recipe. It doesn't matter. I don't want to have half a kiwi sitting around open. Forgot I was making another batch, so let's just go for it. Let's put in a little bit more kiwi. I'm really close to the 1.5 cups. That's why I was kind of humming and hawing. But let's go for it. I'll make sure our kiwi is well represented in this recipe. We did actually have a chance to try the strawberry lemonade. I will actually show you how to mix those up as well so that you kind of get the whole picture. But we found that the lemon part of it was very understated. So I don't know if my lemons were just not on their game that day or what, but what I might do is I might go through and try to see if I can find a quality concentrate, like a lemon juice in a bottle type thing, and see if I can make that work. So I think I'm slightly more than 1.5 cups, but I mean it's chunky fruit. How do you determine that? Okay, I'm going to do a quick cleanup and then get these pureed. Okay, so just in case you weren't following, it is 1.5 kiwis and 5 strawberries. That's kind of what I'm going to go with for my cup of lemon juice and my 1.5 cups of sugar. So we will see. This is also for my own notes as well, but I did save my lemon juice off to the side, as once again, this might need some liquid to get it, you know, I'm just going to start with the liquid in there. It's probably just best to put it all in the blender at the same time, because my blender is not the greatest. No need to tax the motor. So let's get this going. Well, thankfully it's not as green as I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's get this off the base and in the sugar. And I have more strawberries waiting in the wings for the next recipe. And lucky me, I can use all the same tools because it's essentially the same process. Although I might have to add a little bit of water to the blender just to get it to puree. So while this is heating gently on a medium heat, I am going to move on to the next one so that I'm not standing here all day. We pretty much just need to dissolve the sugar. I don't think we need to bring it up to the 190 or any of that stuff. The 190 is for canning purposes. And I do have 2 pint jars to put this in, because the nice thing about this is you literally just dump the pint jar into a half-gallon jar and fill it up. If you don't have a half-gallon jar, you just dump it into 6 cups of water and away you go. Give it a stir. The seeds are up to you if you want to keep them in or strain them out. I asked and nobody seemed to care that they were, you know, seeds in the bottom of their cup. So your mileage may vary with textures and all that, but I'm going to leave them in for now, but if they do tend to bother us, we'll just remove them. Okay, let's go back and make another mess. Get this out of the way for a minute, and we're going to do strawberry kiwi. Bring my half kiwi back, so I am going to need, I'm going to do 1.5 cups of kiwi and 1.5 cups of strawberries. So let's get that going. Let's do the strawberries first so we can figure out how many strawberries approximately are in 1.5 cups. Alright, let me see. It's about 1.5 cups. Let's go with it. So that was about 6 strawberries. And then, let's see how many kiwi this will take. I'm hoping it's a nice whole number. We're up to half. This one is definitely squishy. Another trick for peeling kiwi is you can cut them in half and scoop them out with a spoon. I just peel them. Honestly, my knife is already dirty, so there's no need to mess anything else up. But you know what? Peel it how you want to. The skin is edible. I do think it is recommended that you wash it though, but that's sort of like the protocol for most things that are grown outside. You should wash it. Alright, let's see. These are slippery too. Make sure you get a good grip on them. And I'm only cutting them up so that they go in the measuring cup and I don't feel like I'm wasting a bunch of space and have like no fruit to my juice. Alright, so we're at, why are the measurements on the wrong side? We're almost at 3 cups. I'm going to put 1 more whole kiwi in. Maybe I'll find a small one. Let's see, do we have another squishy one? Ooh, that one's squishy. Use the squishy ones. Okay, I find that they have like this hard little core, so if you go around the center and then you twist it, it pops it out. I don't know if you can see that. See how it just kind of popped it right out? And then I don't have to worry about that little hard chunk. Kind of like that weird little thing on the non-stem end of the banana. You kind of want to get rid of that. Okay, well that's slightly more than 3 cups, but it's probably fine. It is fluffy after all. Does anyone know if chickens can eat kiwi? I still feel like such a new chicken owner. Like, can they eat this? Can they eat that? I feel like I'm always looking things up. Okay, well this might be dissolved. I guess there's a couple ways to find out. You can stick your finger in it, which this is hot liquid, so be careful. And you can feel, and if it feels gritty, there's still seeds, or there's still sugar in it. Sugar crystals. Or I guess we can just check the temperature and see if we're at least up over whatever the melting temperature of sugar is. We're 135, so I don't think we're there yet. Give this a little longer. Probably need to get close to the 190. That's probably why they recommend 190, honestly. does specifically say not to boil it though, so I don't know if that will change the flavor of the fruit. Okay, well this is going. I'm going to puree my... I feel like I got chunks in there. I do have chunks in there. Okay, kiwi doesn't puree very well, so we might need to actually strain this just to get some of the extra large chunks out, but that's something to keep in mind if you decide to do this. Blend longer. Okay, back over here. Let's get this blended up. I don't know what you really need to see this, but I'm going to get a splash of water. Okay, I'm just going to put in a little bit, maybe like 2 tablespoons, not even, and see where that gets me. Okay, I went a little extra long on that one, so hopefully it is all blended up. This one definitely looks a lot chunkier. I wonder if I should put it in the blender again. It's hot. Well, you know, I should just pull out the immersion blender. Let's give it a quick blitz. Otherwise the chunks will bother me, and if I strain them out I feel like I'm losing stuff. So let's just... we have the power. Let's get this off the heat for a second. See how that's at. It's like the chunks were floating up to the top, and they were definitely chunks. You know, that actually looks a lot better. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. And now, this one has lemon juice in it. So that's what the sugar is for. It's, you know, you're offsetting some of the lemon juice. I don't know how much sugar I'm actually going to need for just strawberry kiwi. I wonder if I should start with, instead of putting in the full 3 cups, I wonder if I should put in 2 cups, reduce it a bit, and then we can adjust from there. That's probably what I'll do. This, I don't see any crystals on my spoon. Let's check the temperature real quick. Oh yeah, we're basically there. So we're at 190, we're a little over 190. Okay, so I'm going to get this off the heat. I'm going to cool that down because I don't want to put it, my jars are actually room temperature. I don't want to put really hot liquid in a room temperature jar. So I will cool that down for a minute and then I will come back with the strawberry kiwi and let you know how that goes. Okay, on to the next one. So I do think that the 2 cups of sugar might be a little bit much. It might be compared to the volume. See, I got about 2 cups of liquid in here, so maybe it'll be fine. But we shall see. This could be a little too sweet as well. And then for the previous recipe, I did not get quite 2 full pints. So when you do a quarter recipe, it's a little less than the 2 pints. Okay, I'm going to put a tiny splash of water in here because I don't want to waste any of this. Now my fear is one of these fruits will overpower the other and it'll just be strawberry with a hint of something, or it'll be kiwi with a hint of something. So this will be a good way to find out, and then we can adjust accordingly. Some of it might depend on how flavorful everything is as well. Whew, that is, my goodness. That might have only needed a 1.5 cups of sugar. I guess we will see. Okay. Gotta remember, it is a concentrate, although they are going to be sugar intense. Okay, I need to get these labeled up so I don't forget which is which when I put them in the fridge. Okay, I have lids, I have labels. Gotta get these in the fridge so I can mix them up later. They don't need a date or anything because it's going to be fresh eating. I'm pretty sure we will finish these off before the week is out, especially if they are good. I guess that's really the key with anything. If it tastes really good, it goes fast. If it doesn't taste that great, it definitely goes a lot slower. Especially if I am the only one eating it. Or if my husband's the only one who will eat it. It goes slow. Sometimes I think my kids are a little too picky. I have a tiny dribble of lemon juice left. I'm not going to waste it. The lemon juice probably also helps preserve the color. So I don't think this will affect the flavor, but I'm hoping it will help preserve the color. It was like maybe 2 teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon at most. So don't feel you have to add it, but I do I was wondering about the color, if this would just change to a very unappetizing shade of brown. So hopefully this will help. Let's check the temperature, see where we're at. I think we still have a little ways to go. Get these in the fridge. Okay, I think I might call that done. I don't know that I need to be exactly 190, although there we go, I just hit 190. Now I need to cool this off, get it in the jars, and then I will show you how it comes together, and I can do some taste testing. Obviously everyone's tastes vary, so even if I like it, it doesn't necessarily mean you will like it. But this is definitely a great time to experiment, so give it a try. See if you like it or not. Okay, let's get these diluted up. I've got 3 different methods I'm going to do because, well, you know, if you want to do a crowd, you do a crowd. If you just want a couple drinks out of it, or an individual portion, so be it. It is a 3-to-1 ratio. So what we will do is grab our concentrates. I've got the 3 different kinds here. Just going to reach across. So I think that there probably will be a little settling, so it's probably worth giving these a shake. This one is the strawberry kiwi. It is really thick. So we're going to, oh, yeah, that is thick. That might need a little extra diluting. That's probably going to be super sweet. So let's clear a little space. Let's get this cleaned up. Let's not waste anything. Probably could do it right from here. I may not need to mess up my measuring cup. So this will be 1. So I'll need 3 things of water. And I will need a spoon to stir it. Oh my goodness. Okay. 2 and 3. So this is, I'm only using cold water right now because I would like to enjoy it now and not later. But you can use whatever you want, and then it will, you know, it can just obviously sit in the fridge and cool off at its leisure. Okay, so that might be super strong still, but we'll see. I should get a cup. Okay, next one. Okay, next up, I'm going to just use a ball mason jar, and I am going to put in some of this strawberry kiwi, well, actually, you know what I'm going to do, the strawberry lemonade. Let's give that a little shaky shake first. The seeds do settle, so it's a good reason to shake it, but this will get a half cup. Actually, it's going to get a cup. I lied. Because the quart jar holds 4 cups, so it's probably just going to get all of it, honestly. I didn't realize there was so little left. Okay. There we go. So it's going to be a little extra strong. I'll probably put a little extra water in. And again, I'm going to give it a little rinse, but I'm going to fill up the pint jar 2 times. That should be, no, actually I will fill up the pint jar once, and then I will add another cup. I will one of these days get my measurements straight. Give that a shaky shake, and let's get this going. Now I should just be able to fill this up the rest of the way. A little extra. I am making a mess. This stuff is sticky. Okay, so obviously you can put the lid on, give it a shake, or just give it a stir. That is empty. Okay, so that's method number 2. So we can just serve straight from here. I gotta remember which one I did. That's strawberry kiwi. This is strawberry kiwi. This is the strawberry lemonade, which we did try the other day and it wasn't very strong. This is going to be the strawberry kiwi lemonade. I will be putting a 1/4 cup in here, and I forgot to shake it. Okay, let's try that again. 1/4 cup. I'll go in there. My suggestion would be to not use a glass this shape, but this was the biggest glass I had. But this is a standard 12-ounce can of sparkling water. So this, I feel, would be the other sort of traditional way of serving this, would just be to have a single portion. Let's give that a stir. This is why I don't like this glass. It doesn't stir very well. And then I feel like you lose all your carbonation. Okay, let's do that. Not very concentrated, but let's see. Yeah, it's not very concentrated. So this one, the strawberry kiwi lemonade, might need a little more than a 1/4 cup just to get your flavor up, but that will be a personal preference thing. That is not going to be, you know, something I can just say, oh, this recipe just does this, that recipe just does that. So you're gonna have to try it out and see what you like. That's really what it boils down to. But that's not bad. I feel like you can taste the strawberry and the kiwi, but not the lemonade. And that was kind of a problem we had with the strawberry lemonade. We could kind of taste it, but the strawberry just overwhelmed the lemonade. My suggestion, if you're going to make these, would be to go heavier on the lemon juice. Because why not? I'm going to get a cup. You know what? Just going to use this. And let's see what we got. This one is the strawberry kiwi. I get the feeling this is going to be really sweet. Wow. That one's good. That's really good. You can taste the kiwi. The strawberry is a lot more muted. It's understated. It's there, but it's not overpowering. Versus this one, comparing them head to head, I taste the lemonade more. Interesting. Well, it is summer beverage time, so I hope you found this video useful. I hope you give some of these a try. I hope you experiment with other flavors. Let me know if you try a different flavor, because maybe I'll try it. These were the fruits that were on sale locally right now, so that's why we tried the kiwi. But who knows? Cherries are coming up in season, peaches will be around the corner, and so will apricots, so, you know, whatever. Give it a try. Thank you for joining me on this journey today, and I will see you next time on the Aerogarden Homestead.